गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यामुनातीरावनचारि जय राधा कुञ्ज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुञ्ज बिहारी नाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं दैवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयाद्मुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोकैर्भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टुकी। So Hindi or English? So today we are resuming our Srimad Bhagavatam discussion from quite some time. We have not been discussing. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks before we were discussing. So text number, Canto 3rd, chapter 17th, text 26th. सवर्षपूगान् उददौ महाबलस् चरन्महोर्निं श्वसने ऋतन्मुहुः मौर्याभिजग्ने गदया विभावरीम् आसे दिवांस्तात पुरीं प्रचेतसः सवर्षपूगान् उददौ महाबलस् चरन्महोर्मिञ्चनेरितान्मुहुः मौर्याभिजग्ने दया विभावरीम् आसे दिवांस्तात पुरीं प्रचेतसः सवर्षपूगान् उददौ महाबलश् चरन्महोर्मिञ्च सनेरितान्मुहुः मौर्याभिजज्ञे गदया विभावरिम् आसेदिवांस्तात पुरीं प्रचेतसः सवर्षपूगान् उददौ महाबलश् चरन्महोर्निं श्वसनेरितान्मुहुः मौर्याभिजज्ञे गदया विभावरिम् आसेदिवांस्तात पुरीं प्रचेतसः सवर्षपूगान् उदधौ महाबलश् चरन्महोर्निं श्वसनेरितान्मुहुः मौर्याभिजज्ञे गदया विभाव आसीदिवांस्तात पुरीं प्रचेतसः सवर्षपूगानुदधौ महाबलश् चरन्महोर्निं श्वसनेरितान्मुहुः मौर्याभिजज्ञे गदया विभावरिम् आसीदिवांस्तात पुरीं प्रचेतसः सवर्षपूगान् उदधौ महाबलश् चरन्महोर्निं श्वसनेरितान्मुहुः मौर्याभिजज्ञे गदया विभावरिम् आसेदिवांस्तात पुरीं प्रचेतसः सः he Varshapoogan for many years Udadau in the ocean Mahabalaha mighty Charan moving Mahaurnim gigantic waves Shvasana by the wind Iritan tossed Muhu again and again Morvya iron he struck Gadaya with his Vibhavarim Vibhavari Asedivan reached Tata oh dear Vidura Kshurun militam yena tasmai Shri Guruve namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitave namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guror Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So this chapter it talks about the victory of Hiranyaksha. So we know that we were discussing in this chapter earlier that how Hiranyaksha also he followed Hiranyakashipu, his elder brother. So they both were strong. Their bodies were like iron. It is mentioned. Uh, we also had discussed sometime that how Hiranyakashipu was killed by Narsimha by his nails, which are like an instrument which is used to cut stones. Hmm. So we can see that body was so strong. In this verse also it comes Mahabalas, Mahabalas. Hmm. Savarshapugan Udado Mahabalas. So generally demonic people they are very strong. Materially their body is strong. They are stout and strong. And we can see Hiranyaksha's body was extraordinarily strong. By this verse we can understand today's verse. Savarshapugan Udado Mahabalas Charan Mahor mean Shvasane Ritan Muhu. So, of course, the Muhu is connected to mostly the third line. Morya Jagne Gadaya Vibhavarim. So, basically, for many years, Varshapugan Udado Mahabalas. Udado means ocean, in the ocean. In the ocean, what happened? Charan means he is traveling there, he is moving. Mahor means Shwasaneritan Muhu. So, Shwasana means wind, iritan muhu. He is tossed again and again. So we can experience that when we go in the ocean, when we try to take bath, we are tossed, we fall backside actually. So Hiranyaksha also had to face this. But Morya Jagne Gadaya Vibhavarim. So Maurya means his iron. His iron. His gada was made up of iron. So with that gada, he has beaten those waves, and in this way he has reached Vibhavarim. So Vibhavarim is the planet of. It is the capital of the what Varuna. So we can just imagine how he is so strong. In the river also we can't cross. Crossing a river also is a challenging thing. Sometimes if the current is very strong, someone may just get carried away by the river. So I'm remembering something like that one brahmachari when I was not there. Of course, I heard from Priyavanru in Belgaum one brahmachari. He is a good swimmer and he went and then he was just carried away, but somehow he returned back. I don't know details. So we can see it's not easy even to cross a river, but he is doing like this in the ocean. Ocean, no one can resist the strength of the ocean. So, however strong he is, he can't. But Hiranyaksha is so strong that in the ocean, with his gada, he is going on hitting the waves, and he is reached Vibhavarim, the capital of Varuna. So, in the purport, Prabhupada is just writing the two sentences. It is actually one sentence, one long sentence. Varuna is supposed to be the predominating deity of the waters, and his capital, which is known as Vibhavari, is within the watery kingdom. Hmm. So there are different planets. So in Brahma Samhita, we see that in the universe, so much variety is there. Does someone remember that verse? Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadanda koti koteshvashesha vasudadi vibhuti bhinnam. So vasudadi means planets. There are millions of planets, and Vibhuti Bhinna means the opulence is variegated. So different opulences are there. Even on Earth planet we have some opulence, but in Swargaloka there are many opulences. And yeah, different things are there. Like Prabhupada explains in Krishna book that how here on this planet we can see only a ocean of salt, but there is ocean of milk. And there are ocean of different things also. So we can see that how variety is there. And uh, and different planets are there, as we know in the universe. 14 planetary systems are there. We are in the between. So below 6 7 are there: Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, uh, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala. And top 6 are there. So Swargaloka, then Maharloka, then what is that, Janaloka, then Tapaloka, then Brahmaloka. So all these planets are there, and in Swargaloka especially, heavenly kingdom is there. We can see that in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, so many descriptions are there. And uh, on the Sumeru mountain also there is one kingdom of Varuna. So it's described there. Its name is uh, Nimlochani. In 5th canto it's described, but this is different. This which is described here, this is within the water. So that is on the Sumeru Parvat. So there, Indra, Yamaraj, and Chandra and Varuna, they have four their abodes at four different directions. So that is described in 5th canto. So we can see that just like uh, even on earthly planet, a rich man may have so many places to stay. So, for instance, uh, former City Ravi, so former MLA. So we have heard that he has so many properties across India and even abroad. So they have different places, because they are able to afford that. They are in that situation. So similarly, especially demigods have different places where they can go and pass time. They can enjoy, etc. For instance, Brahmaloka, he stays in Brahmaloka, but he also has a place on the Sumeru mountain. Likewise, here Varuna also he has place. So we can see that they have opulence. And in Swargaloka, lot of and their kingdom is filled with lot of opulences. So yeah, we'll be discussing that in from the Krishna book, from that context. So before that, we can, yeah, who will be eligible to get those things, to stay there? So there is basically some credit has to be there, some work you have to do. So everyone can't go there. For instance, nowadays, from long back, scientists are trying to go on the moon planet. But how we can think that the people over there will allow us? So just like when we want to go to another planet, there is immigration department. So those people will not easily let you go there. There are so many conditions. So how can we think that such opulent planets, we can easily go there? So it is not a logical thing. So opulent means, of course, people may think that there is no one staying there. They say that Earth is only habitable planet, but it's not like that. So living beings can live even in fire, even on the sun god. So that they can't believe, only scientists. But we can understand, because soul, its nature is that it can't be burnt, it can't be moistened by water, it cannot be destroyed through any material element. So that means soul can live in any condition. And yeah, so scientists generally what they do is they try to apply the conditions of the earth. But even on earth, there are different conditions, and in different conditions, different living beings are existing. For instance, in water, there is no much air available, but aquatics they stay there, uh, and there are fire bacteria also, which are discovered by scientists. So that like this, we can understand that living conditions, in any condition, a living entity can exist. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Sarvagataha, right? That's the word, right? Sarvagataha. Yeah, Sarvagataha. Sarvagata means living entity can live in any conditions. Uh, but of course, yeah, like people before they knew about these things, and they knew that it's opulent also, Swarga Loka. Uh, and they made their aim to go there, and they used to follow from Shastra whatever is required to go there. Hmm. So just like uh, we get different bodies based on different karma, and our karma is expressed through our sorry, yeah, based on different desires we get different bodies, and our desires are expressed through our karma. For instance, uh, I may have desire to become strong. So I may go to gym, I may uh, do pull-ups, and different things. So I am doing certain karma to get certain body, uh, and we are awarded those bodies. So basically, you may have desire, but your karma condition is not fulfilled. Means you will not go get. That means if you want to go to these planets, Vibhavari or the planet of moon, then you have to do punya karma, or you have to worship, uh, like Krishna tells, yanti deva vrita devan pitri yanti pitri vrita bhutani yanti bhuteja mad yanti yaj mad, what is that? Yeah, madhyajinopi yanti mam. So those who worship me, they come to me. So this is the process. But Hiranyaksha and all, Hiranyakashipu especially, Ravana, it's told about Ravana, he wanted to build a staircase through which anyone can go to the Swarga Loka. That means you don't have to do these things mentioned in the Shastra to go there. But that is not possible. So although people may say we have gone on moon, but it is all cheating. So it is not possible. So material nature is basically, it will give you whatever body you need, and different bodies. For instance, you have desire to sleep a lot, you will get a polar bear's body. You have desire to eat non-vegetarian food, you will get tiger's body. You want to remain naked, then you will be awarded a tree's body. So likewise, different planets are also given, uh, according to the karma. So I had just told about the different 14 planetary systems. So according to the karma, one is being put there. So Brahma especially, he creates the living beings. He creates means, he gives, he creates the material bodies of the living entities, and he puts them in different places according to their karma. So Brahma is especially does this job, and yeah. So Krishna doesn't encourage us to go to the Swarga Loka. We see that in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna especially discourages demigod worship, and he tells, "A Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna Mam Upetyato Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate." So although there are so many opulences, we may get attracted to the Swarga Loka, but still, uh, so Krishna tells, even if you go to Swarga Loka, you have to come back. So punarjanmana vidyate. So that means after your shine punya martya lokam vishanti. So after your uh, stock of punya is over, then you have to come back. Just like an businessman, he may go to certain place to enjoy, but when he exhausts whatever he has earned by spending his money, then he has to return back and work again. So similarly, one has to do karma again. So it is not permanent. And over and above that, in 11th canto it's described, in material world one can never be happy. So even in Swargaloka there is rivalry. So Indra also, if someone does lot of sacrifice, lot of austerities, then he will be scared of his position, and there will be lot of fighting also going on there. So it's an insecure and temporary position. So of course that verse comes after that. Tasmat gurum prapadyeta jignasu shreya uttamam. So we have to inquire from the guru, how can I become happy? So we can be happy only in the spiritual world, in the kingdom of the Lord, and this we can understand through the pastime uh, which is described in 26th chapter of Krishna book, of course 10th canto. So the 26th chapter of Krishna, the title is Nanda Maharaj rescued from the clutches of Varuna. So we see that how uh, 24th chapter is worshipping Govardhan hill, I think. Yeah. So Govardhana pastime, basically Govardhana worship happened on which day it happened? Deepavali, which tithi? Amavasya. Yes. So Amavasya it happened, and then uh, after that Indra became angry, and for 9 consecutive days, what he did, 7 days, sorry, he made lot of water to pour over Vrindavana, and then Krishna lifted the Govardhana hill, and after 9 days, uh, especially the 10th day, so everything was settled. So Indra he offered prayers to Lord after doing uh, Abhishekam, and then after that 11th day was Ekadashi. So Nanda Maharaj he observed Ekadashi by fasting the whole day, and next day Dwadashi early morning he rose to take bath. Hmm. And we know that sometimes Ekadashi timings are very tricky, and there may be few minutes hmm, to break the fast, and many such conditions are there. Sometimes the time may be such that one has to take bath early. Of course, lot of different descriptions are there in especially 10th canto Bhagavatam. In Krishna book, Prabhupada writes it very simply. Different accounts are given. So why? Yeah, basically what happened is Varuna was, when Nanda Maharaj went to take bath, he didn't return, and all the other friends and relatives who were at the shore of the river Yamuna, they started calling out loudly. hmm, And Krishna came to rescue, of course. Krishna came and protected them. So we see that Krishna understood that Varuna has taken him. So why Varuna's servant? Of course, Varuna's servant. So there it is described that Nanda Maharaj he took bath at a wrong time. So wrong time it is told. Sometimes it is told it was a demonic time. Sometimes it is told it is an inauspicious time. So different things are told. So that means we cannot take bath according to our whims. So there is certain time when we have to take bath. So we see that I was just thinking, even when there are tides and all, people are restricted from going near the ocean. So understanding that there is a risk. So this is also risky because the servant of Varuna, so they will take you, they'll capture you. So yeah, so all these things are described, and of course, it is also told about the servant who captured Varuna, Nanda Maharaj. It is told that he was demonic. So especially because he didn't knew what to do and what not to do. So he should have understood that Krishna's father Nanda Maharaj is a great personality, so he should not enforce such things on him. He is not within the modes. He is not subject to. He is not under so Nanda Maharaj is not under the jurisdiction of any demigod's control, or any demigod. So, and also he was following Shastra actually. He wanted to break the fast according to the time. There are certain details, they are technical things. Some Ekadashis, it is told he wanted to take bath just before the sunrise. And it happened that he took bath at the end of night. So, certain different things are explained. And yeah, moreover, so it would be a waxing fortnight. It was a waxing fortnight, right? So we don't know. Many things may be there that he might not have noticed so well. People would not have time also that time watch. So they would just uh, follow. So all these things are there, and he was captured by Varuna's servant, and then Varuna, yeah, then Krishna immediately went to this watery kingdom, Vibhavari, and then he was very well received by uh, Varuna, and he offered him obeisances, he worshipped him, he offered him so many things, and Nanda Maharaj was very much surprised by all this worship. We can see that earth, he is in earthly planet Vrindavan, of course. Even Vrindavan, if we see, it is a simple village setup, and Vrindavan, it is told the sweetness is the opulence, not unlike the Vaikunta, which is quite opulent. uh, so in Vrindavana the opulence is covered by sweetness. So opulence also is there, and Nanda Maharaj, he felt that Vibhavari is very opulent. uh, yeah, while reading this, yeah, so like this, so we can see that how Nanda Maharaj got surprised that my son is so well received by uh, a great personality like Varuna, and yeah, he was astonished. And yeah, then Krishna, then Varuna, he was very much happy, and he told, my life is fulfilled because of yours coming here. So, and he told, because of seeing you, I will not take birth again. So we see that Kunti Maharani also prays that Bhavata darshana syat na punar apunar bhava darshanam. So I will not see repeated birth and death. So he was very happy. And he said, maybe it was a plan of yours to show me mercy. And then he handed over Nanda Maharaj, and they returned. And upon returning, they were talking among themselves, Nanda Maharaj and his friends. And he revealed to them all the opulence and how Krishna was well received there. So Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, they never feel that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. But his friends, they started thinking, oh, Krishna is greater than demigods, and they thought that, oh, we may get the spiritual destination. So they were talking among themselves, and Krishna, he noticed, and he showed them the spiritual world. So there Prabhupada mentions that, so Krishna always, he wants to uh, reveal the spiritual world to the conditioned soul. So we see that in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna repeatedly tells about the spiritual world. So here the question may come, why Krishna wants to show them spiritual world. So that is answered there only. So Prabhupada explains that how whenever any devotee, he becomes pure, he follows pure bhakti. So then what happens, he is given he is put in a universe where Krishna appears. So Krishna appears at every moment, just like sun is passing across the earth planet, and at every moment it is somewhere sun is rising. So similarly, somewhere in some universe, sorry, in some planet within the universe, Krishna is appearing. And whenever someone perfects in bhakti, so first he is given an opportunity to appear in that planet where Krishna is appearing, and he is trained there. So obviously, those people who were trained, so Krishna wanted to assure them that you will get the spiritual planet as your destination. You will go there. So Krishna showed them the spiritual world. So we can see that Krishna always encourage. Doesn't want his devotees to be carried away by the opulences hmm, of the material world. So however great they may be. So in this way we can see that how Krishna, so he easily went to Vibhavari, and he rescued Nand Maharaj. So in this way, uh, we can also understand that although there are so many planets, so what to say, even people like to go to places within the Earth planet. Yeah, because that is what is accessible. That is what they can immediately go. People go to different places. They share it with each other. "Oh, I went to this world, this country, that country," and they go there. And of course, they only suffer after traveling there. So nothing. So material happiness is like that. So whatever is advertised about material happiness, the happiness is very very less. Chapala sukha. So so like this we can see that Hiranyaksha. So he went to the this planet Vibhavari. So how strong he must be. Yeah, obviously now we can see that how uh, he challenged Varuna to fight. And Varuna, he didn't accept. Obviously, he knew that generally people, they know their strength, and an intelligent person, he will decide whether to fight or no. Just like a Madhyama Adhikari, he may not go to anyone and everyone and argue. So he sees his strength. He sees his battles. So with whom he can fight, argue, he considers those things. So Varuna, he said that I am old now and I can't fight, and he tells, of course, that Krishna is going to for you equal fight is Krishna only, or Varaha Deva, and like that. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare. Yeah, another point I wanted to tell that we should also be respectful to whenever we take bath in a river and all. So uh, hmm, we should not do any offense as much as possible. So we should offer obeisances, and our attitude also should be very nice. And yeah, one point I wanted to tell. Mm, of course, no one, whenever we go and take bath, we have our undergarments also in the river. So no one takes bath without wearing undergarments. We don't know, some uncivilized people must be doing. So that is also an offense to the river. So river, ocean. So Varuna is the predominating deity of all the water bodies, river, ocean, lakes, etc. And especially when we take bath in pure rivers and all, we should be very respectful, and that applies when we take bath also, it applies. So it may happen that sometimes we may because we don't have so many sets, we may choose to just wear gamcha and take bath. But that is not acceptable. We should keep extra pairs. So otherwise it is an offense, and it's by following this it's good for brahmacharya also. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Hare. So any comments? From the last. Street ending of the